Hey traders and investors, it's Serge Berger here. Over the weekend, I got a lot of questions from people asking me whether the market here is in a final blow-off stage, and I think it's an extremely fair question to ask at this point. If you remember, we are 5 years into the cyclical bull market, which was born out of the abyss in 2009 when we bottomed out here. If I can go back far enough at 666 on an intraday basis in 2009. Out of that, I still think we built a new or began a new secular bull market and certainly, of course, a cyclical bull market. So now we're 5 years into this thing, and quite frankly, whether or not we're blowing off here is we will not be able to tell until hindsight. However, there are some things we can look for. Right now, we broke past the 1900 area, and with last week's news from the ECB's interest rate policy meeting and the May jobs report, a lot of the good news, which is what both those things at least marginally so were, has been bought. That has made this resistance break, past resistance, I mean, past 1900, pretty powerful, right? So we've rallied now, I think about 11 out of the past 13 trading days. And that's coming at a pretty steep incline. Now, that in itself, of course, is by no means indicative of us blowing off here to the top. What we need to see is some sort of meaningful reversal. So, from where I sit, the longer we continue this ascent, if we have another 2, 3, 4, 5 days to the upside, particularly if we get to say 1980 to 2000 without a real breather, I think at that point it really will be worth watching if we are reaching a cyclical top, and at that point it'll be extremely important to watch for any significant intraday bearish reversals like shooting star candles and things like that I will of course cover in these daily videos if and when we see them. So the longer this non-stop rally, literally I have to take an extra breath just looking at how relentless this breakout has been. Not atypical. This stuff happens, right? So this in itself is certainly no reason to go all out short in the entire portfolio. But the longer this continues, particularly this week without a breather, and we can get to say 1980 to 2000, and then we see some sort of reversals, I think then the statement that we may have made a cyclical top is probably more appropriate than it is right here, right now. So the longer we continue this week, particularly maybe even next week, without a breather, the more it looks like we're going to be toppy. Otherwise, if we start consolidating here very soon, the next couple days, maybe even go down a little bit, then I think the risk of us having had a cyclical top here, assuming we haven't reached 1980, 2000, is probably a little bit off the table still. So hope this makes sense, guys. As always, keep in mind it's all about the time frames and risk management. If you got any questions, you can hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter handle is SteadyTrader. Take care.